Guys, what we're going to do today is an overhead snatch. We're going to do overhead snatch today with 3 different types of resistance bands. Going to start with a small band, about 10 pounds resistance. Go next to a little bit bigger band, probably about 20 to 30 pounds of resistance. Then go to a big band, about 40 to 50 pounds of resistance. And then we're going to finish with a barbell. Overhead snatch is a really great exercise for any sport, for any athlete, for any person who wants to get in shape. It's going to develop that core, it's going to build those shoulders and keep them strong, to hold the weight or resistance up top. It's also going to make your legs very strong. A lot of people use this for technique in developing their hang clean, power clean, hang snatch, power snatch. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, let's just start with a bodyweight squat. Hands out, squatting down, warm up those legs. Alright, next let's go to an overhand snatch. Just put those hands up, make sure you're sitting back, getting that butt back, and squatting nice and low. Now that you're warmed up, let's try a little bit of resistance. We'll start with this light band. Just take the band, put it between your feet, lift the band up over your head, kind of making a square with your arms and legs. Make sure you sit back into it. If you're leaning back on your heels, that's okay. That's where we want the weight to be. After you master that band, let's move up to a little bit thicker band. Make it a little bit harder. Same thing, put your feet between the band, lift that band up and overhead, make sure your shoulders are stabilized and under control so you don't get pulled back. Wide base and squat it down. After you've mastered that, let's move on to the thicker band, about 40 to 50 pounds of resistance. Put it between your feet, stretch it out at the bottom, make sure you're under control with your shoulders, press it straight up, and sit it back. It's going to be a little bit harder, it's going to give you a lot more resistance. Make sure you're under control. Here's one more band that I didn't mention before. This should only be for advanced athletes that are under control and have a lot of stabilization in their shoulders and their hips. This band is really tough. About 60 to 80 pounds of resistance. So you've got to know what you're doing and make sure you don't get injured when doing this. Put it between your feet just like before. Make sure you're under control on the shoulder. And squat it down. Alright, now that we're loosened up and warmed up with those bands, let's go now to the barbell. Wide hand grip on the bar, up overhead, sit your hips back. And that's how you progress on resistance bands in the overhead snatch. This exercise is very beneficial for any sport, and like I said before, you're going to get that core strong, those shoulders built up with better stabilization, your hips strong, your butt strong, your legs strong. Very good exercise. Leave a comment below, subscribe up top. I'll see you later.